One of these days, I was rewatching The Pursuit of Happiness, one of my favorite films ever. It tells the story of Chris Gardner, a broke single dad who goes through an inspiring, life-changing journey. There's that scene where Chris sees a guy step out of a beautiful Ferrari. Chris is broke, stressed, and still, he doesn't give a jealous side eye. He doesn't say, "Must be nice." Instead, he asks, "Man, I got 2 questions for you. What do you do, and how do you do it?" That tiny moment matters. No jealousy, no excuses, just inspiration. That, to me, is a millionaire mind in motion. And it's exactly where a few core principles from the bestseller, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, snap into focus, not as slogans, but as moves you can make. That moment reminded me why some people quietly build wealth while others stay stuck. It isn't luck. It's a handful of decisions repeated. Hi, I'm John, and today we'll go deep on 5 principles of the Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Think of them like 5 gears you can shift into. First, ownership over excuses. Wealthy people act like authors of their lives, not because life is easy, because authorship is the only position with leverage. Ownership sounds like this: I don't control the economy, but I control my habits. It looks like this. If your paycheck feels too small, your first move isn't to complain. It's to ask, what skill would make me worth 30% more? Or which problem could I solve that a business would happily pay for? Chris Gardner didn't attack the man with the car. He interrogated the path. That's ownership. Here's a simple practice when you feel stuck. The 24-hour responsibility list. Write down 3 places you feel behind: income, debt, lack of opportunities. For each, list 1 action you can take in the next 24 hours that doesn't require anyone's permission. Request a feedback call with your manager, draft a pitch to 3 prospects, cancel a subscription, film a sample of your service. Do 1. Second, commitment over wishing. Wanting to be rich sounds like someday, maybe, or if I get lucky. Being committed sounds like I will be rich and I'll do what's necessary to get there. Necessary isn't glamorous. It's learning the skill you've avoided, making offers when you'd rather scroll, trimming expenses when it's uncomfortable, and investing every month, even when it feels small. People with a poor mind pin their hopes on luck, shortcuts, or a lottery ticket. People with a millionaire mind commit to paying the price, doing what's necessary, consistently and without excuses. Make it practical. Choose a vehicle, advance in your field, a service business, or a clear investing plan. Set a number and a date, and install 1 non-negotiable you track every week. Offers sent, skill hours logged, dollars invested. Keep what moves the goal, cut what doesn't. It won't always feel exciting, but consistency is the receipt for commitment. Third, the money blueprint. This is where a lot of us get quietly blocked. You have a financial blueprint you learned growing up. Stories about money you absorbed without noticing. You'll rarely outperform that default, so we change it on purpose. Start by naming the exact belief. Make it concrete. Common ones I hear. Wanting more money makes me selfish. I'm just bad with numbers. People with money don't have true friends. People like me don't invest. We survive. Any extra I make will just disappear. Now, trace the source. Who modeled that for you? A parent who was stressed? A teacher who joked about rich people? No judgment, just data. Then test the belief. Ask, is this always true? Can I find 1 counterexample? Finally, rewrite it into something functional. Not cheesy, functional. Try, money is a tool. I choose generosity. I learn numbers by using them. I keep loyal friends by being loyal. Money doesn't change that. I invest small and often. Survival becomes stability. Turn that into a short money manifesto and read it daily while you act. Beliefs shift faster when your behavior supplies evidence. Fourth, outcomes, not hours. People with a millionaire mind ask, how can I get paid for results? That doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow. It means translating what you already do into outcomes someone values. If you're in a salaried role, make your work measurable. Instead of I handle customer emails, aim for I reduced response times by 30%, which cut cancellations by 15 a month. Document that. If you freelance or run a small business, package your offer as a clear transformation with a timeline and a price. Try this. Build a one-page offer sheet. Top line, the before and after you deliver. Middle, your process in 3 time-bound steps. Bottom, pricing tied to outcomes. Basic, pro, and a performance tier. A colleague of mine named Robert did this with what was basically social media management. He reframed it into a 30-day inbound audit and calendar with 2 deliverables and a guarantee to cut content production time in half. Same skills, new framing. He went from scattered gigs to a predictable retainer because decision makers could finally see the result they were buying. Another example that I love, a teacher called Carol was selling private tutoring. Then she reframed it to 10-week exam sprint, raise your grade 2 levels with a weekly plan and progress check-ins. Parents understood the outcome instantly. She doubled her rate without adding hours, and here's the kicker. She booked 2 months out because scarcity and clarity made the decision easy. With a clear promise, they weren't buying hours anymore. They were buying progress. Fifth, the question swap. Curiosity over comparison. This is that Chris Gardner moment in your daily life. When you see someone succeeding and your first reflex is to compare, swap the question. Instead of why not me, ask, what did they do that worked? What can I learn? And then, act while the insight is warm. That quick loop, notice, ask, apply, turns envy into progress. It's the same move Chris made on that sidewalk. Trade envy for a question. Let's pull these 5 gears together so they're easy to remember and easy to run. Ownership gets you moving. Commitment keeps you moving. Outcome thinking pays you more for the same motion because your value is visible. The new blueprint stops you from self-sabotaging when money finally shows up. And the question swap expands your map so you're not building in the dark. Here's how I'd start this week if we were building your plan together. Choose one of the 5 gears to work on it. Once you've started to see results of it, start working on the next gears one by one. Write down the order so you can track your progress. The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind is a book known for its great insights and is frequently mentioned by a number of successful personalities. Becoming a millionaire is not about worshiping money. It's about building the kind of character and systems that money can trust. When you do that, the number becomes a milestone, not a miracle. And you get to be proud of how you arrived. If this made sense to you, tell me the one shift you'll make this week. Drop it in the comments so we can cheer you on and hold each other accountable. Share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more stories and insights like this. Own your story. Take your next step to become a millionaire.